I think the actions of the president were petty, mean-spirited, and beneath any president of the United States to take. After all, Nancy Pelosi is the third in line to be president of the United States.
Being Speaker of the House and leaving the country when it's shut down, I don't think that's appropriate, especially the Speaker thinks we shouldn't even have the State of the Union. I think the best thing that could happen, and everybody could calm a little bit, get in a room together, and put the American people first before their travels.
That's not going to happen, at least for now. From the White House, no meetings on the schedule. Lawmakers going back and forth. The showdown between the president and the Speaker of the House. How nasty could this get? Congressman Michael Waltz is a freshman. He served overseas. He's in Washington now. How you doing, sir? And thank you for your time. The Republican from Florida. What do you think? What are you hearing? What do you guys talk about that we're not privy to?
Well, there's actually been a number of meetings. I think a lot of people, amongst ourselves and even with folks on the other side of the aisle, I think a lot of folks are ready for a deal. There's a deal to be had here, whether that's adding DACA to the mix. I personally thought it was a very reasonable offer that the president made last year, where we had increased border security, a pathway for DACA, and adjusting both chain migration and this ridiculous lottery system we have going on. The issue here is the timing of it. There is very little trust on the Republican side, I would actually say none, that these issues will actually be tackled. And on the other side, they're insisting, that the government get reopened, and then we'll start talking about it. I think that's the real hang-up that I'm hearing.
You paint a comprehensive picture there. Many have taken a stab at this, and they have failed in the past.
That's right.
But just among your Republican colleagues and among your Democratic colleagues you've gotten to know in a very short matter of time. You just got to Washington, for crying out loud. When you think about your Democratic colleagues, how many of them are saying, we could do this deal, we could get it done?
Well, I think we made an important rhetorical step forward. And, look, we're not going to build, the Great Wall of America, this concrete brick barrier from sea to shining sea. We're also not going to have open borders. I've talked to many of my Democratic colleagues, particularly the freshmen, that are all for border security. And what that looks like or how we talk about it, like I said, I think we can come to an agreement. And my point, and a lot of people share this view, is that we cannot get to legal immigration reform until we get border security, because otherwise we're just going to be facing a repeat of the same problems years from now. The issue is the mistrust with leadership, that it will actually get taken care of in a meaningful way in very short order. And part of the problem is the Democratic leadership said, we're not going to give you money now, or we're not going to give you money if the government reopens either. And I think that's where we really got stalled.
Do you have a sense as to how long this could continue?
I don't see any resolution in the very near term. But I am all for staying here, lock us all in a room. I am still in Washington, D.C. right now, talking to folks trying to resolve this problem. I'm also not taking a paycheck until we get this problem resolved. That's what we were elected to do. And, Bill, I've talked to you about the more veterans, the better, who are mission-focused, less ideological, focused on their country. We put our life on the line for the country. We can solve this problem. And I am fine to sit down with anyone that is willing to talk to get it done.
Thank you, sir, for your time.
All right.
And thank you for your
God
service.
Bless.
We'll see whether or not you have any luck.